What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Time for the Warhammer part of Double Feature Friday. Okay, this guy, I like his stuff. It's interesting. This is a tanker's view, and this is a tanker's view of the Land Raider. This is talking about one of the Warhammer 40k tanks. All right, dude, he often bitches about them because they're completely ridiculous. They make no sense from an actual tactical point of view. I mean, hell, most of the armies of the Imperium would get their asses kicked by modern militaries. All right, you know that's how impractical their stupid weapons are. And everybody who says like, oh yeah, the Warhammer 40k is so extreme, nothing beats war. It's garbage. You know, their weapons are garbage. Anyway, Doomslayer would kill them all. Let's throw that debate in there. Anyway, so yeah, let's get started here. See what he's got to say about this one. He did have some good stuff to say about one of the tanks they had. All right, so let's go.
So, like a great many things.
So he's doing this VTuber shit right here.
I am just a
also, I had to cut out an advertisement at the beginning.
And a childish sense of humor.
Okay.
That being said, don't take anything I say too seriously. I sure as heck don't. Contradicting what I just said, let's talk about the lore. And by the Holy God Emperor, this is a long, twisting story with a few points that will need to be cleared up. The Land Raider STC is credited with being discovered by the techno-archaeologist Arthur Land pre-Crusade. It is also stated that in the lore that this was also a main battle tank and a tractor during the Dark Age technology.
What?
Now, I'm going to address this little thing that people keep arguing over when it comes to this. Now, it is my understanding that STCs were AI-assisted computers with the sum total knowledge of humanity that accompany their colonists all through the galaxy to help and design and build whatever their colony needed with whatever local resources were available on hand.
Okay.
Now, STCs tend to do things in a certain pattern. Like during the Horus's meeting with the Eurasian technocracy during the Horus Heresy, when their landing craft and armor look like smaller versions of the Astartes power armor. Now, I know
what the fuck,
a lot of inspiration from, well, everything. Everything G-dubs can lay their grubby corporate paws on.
Like everything Blizzard does.
Vehicles tend to be inspired from real-world tanks, etc.
Yeah, crappy old tanks
can do more than just tank. They
can
be adapted
what the hell?
A variety of uses, from snowblowers to tow trucks.
Yeah.
The tracked chassis is just one of the most versatile ways to go about making heavy equipment work in any environment. To boot, real-world track chassis tend to share a lot in common, as there are very few ways to make it work effectively and cheaply.
Okay.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, you are hot out of luck, and Slaanesh dumps your colony ship on a planet where everything, I mean everything, including the blue monkeys, want to sodomize you with their hentai ponytails.
Dude!
You'll need self-contained basic platforms to work the ground and fight off hostile fauna and flora. A box on tracks is a good place to start. You
Yeah.
be able to climb trees or large obstacles? Make those tracks angular and the size of the box. You start to see where this is going? Humanity has a long tradition of finding something that works and then trying to make it do everything. This really is no different.
Okay.
What I'm saying in the most roundabout way possible is it can in fact both be
I heard of that. I remember that one.
All depends.
A guy literally turned a bulldozer into a tank and went on a rampage, destroyed a town.
Good. Now that I have gone off on a tangent large enough to require a navigator to get back to my main point, this was primarily used by anyone who would get it during the initial part of the Great Crusade, as it was introduced in massive quantities, back when things were actually going well. Well, until half the Primarchs decided they had the galaxy's biggest temper tantrum.
Yeah.
After that, its numbers have really dwindled by the 42nd millennium, because, like a great many things then, the ability to produce them has been lost or forgotten over time. And not surprising, given that the primary world tasked with building this got butt out of existence during the Horus Heresy,
dude,
pretty much left this now increasingly rare piece of equipment to be doled out to just the Astartes, AdMech, and certain members of the Inquisition if they especially have been good little boys or girls. So, clocking in at 72 tons, 33 3/4 freedom units long, 20 feet wide and 13.5 feet tall, It carries a driver and a crew commander.
That's huge.
And either 10 Astartes or 5 in Terminator armor, and it scoots around at around 35 miles per hour. Just get your standard 1.5 of ground clearance, as typical of all vehicles in the Imperium. She looks like what you would get after 9 months after a particularly lonely M113 and a Mark IV decided to get a room after a rather randy happy hour at the Galaxy's scummiest VFA hall.
What the fuck, dude?
Coming equipped with 2 side doors for quick exit stage right or left into obscene levels of enemy firepower, or a front ramp for when you just don't have the time or patience to deal with the enemy's bullshit. Now, normally something like this would be just a plain old battle taxi. You know, something that trucks on up to somewhere near the front and tactically vomits a squad of the Emperor's Unhealthcare Express plan.
Unhealthcare Express plan?
But
nice.
the AdMech don't play those games. Those road hentai allegories slapped enough firepower on this thing to threaten even battle titans if in large enough groups. To start, they went with twin link everything, because why not?
Nice.
Las cannons? Here, have 2 sets. Heavy bolters? Those heretics aren't going to explode all by themselves. And that's just standard. You can still add and count them. Storm bolters, meltas, missile packs, and just whatever you want. The sky's the limit.
Okay, so it's a versatile platform.
Tracks? The Inquisition's got something for that. You want to set the Emperor's enemies on fire from across the map? Let the universe's sexiest pyromaniacs help you out.
Salamanders.
Maybe you got a thing for tentacle-clad horrors beyond human comprehension.
What the hell, dude?
Time to call the AdMech for their version. What I'm saying in the most offhanded way possible again, this is the Honda Civic of the 42nd millennium.
Honda Civic.
Now, it's time to return to Mong Kai.
Monkey.
Is it a tank? No. Not by any standard definition. No.
It's a track vehicle.
It's really also not a battle taxi either. This is kind of an IFV, but with a serious caveat. This level of Imperial screw you is like getting a prostate exam from a Night Lord Terminator apothecary.
Dude!
I almost want to call this a tank hunter.
Okay.
But it wouldn't just hunt tanks. So you see why this is so damn frustrating. And the worst part is G-Dubs does IFVs right. I don't know why, but broken clocks and all, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next week we'll get better luck and see something a little bit more stroke-inducing. But this week, the Land Raider gets 4 3D printers out of 5 cease and desist letters. I will get 30 cans of paint because it confuses me, and I don't like that. So, and some of the guns are behind the hatches on the sides. Remember, guys, friendly fire isn't. And you're likely to get fisted in the ass by the apothecary for such blatant foolishness. But anyway, guys and gals, thank you again so much for watching. If you've made it this far, you are absolute legends, and I will see you all next time.
Okay. All right, so there you go. The Land Raider. Well, that's pretty cool. I like it, though it seems a little big. It seems a little heavy, though, that tank, though. 70-something tons? That seems a little overly heavy. I don't know what terrain it would really work on. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about it, about the Land Raider, if you feel like it, in the comments. Like this video and subscribe, please. Definitely click a link to the original, and subscribe over at A Tanker's View if you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.